Sashi Puji Jushing Meto Drum Rira Blingshi Ninde Yambadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Owargi Jogun Namdak Shingla Drupar Sho Yang Guru Ratna Mandala Gamye Atayami Sangye Chidang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gipe Sonam Ki Drola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho Sangye Chidang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Kyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sanam Ki Drola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho Sangye Chidang Soki Chognam La Jangchu Bardu Dagni Gyapsuchi Dagi Chunyen Gibe Sanam Ki Drola Benchir Sangye Drupar Sho.
Somebody put that battery.
It was on purpose.
Trying to sabotage.
Sabotage.
Oh, I see boom fire. I know that.
It's a bum on the street. Okay, well, the first statement is ridiculous, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Kachignare, bumpe, dogpa, de bumpe, dogpa, inserna.
Right back here.
The opposite of all that's not a coffee cup is the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup.
They say.
Right. Well, Serna.
A golden coffee cup.
What's wrong with that?
The opposite of all.
Not a coffee cup. Take everything that's not this coffee cup, cancel it, reverse it. You can call it reverseless, maybe. It's kind of like our contract. And then, is that the same as doing it again?
Okay, I think I'm okay here.
Says it is.
Well, that's a claim.
Yeah.
This
means
is no, this is all right. This is the same trick he pulled with
Yeah, it's the same trick. Explain the trick.
This is the.
Just take a shot. Don't take a
drop the bomb at the end.
No, I'm just trying to what are we calling dogpa? This is the pancake
double
flip, the double pancake flip of a coffee pot is.
It's not the coffee.
Is not the double
cup.
pancake flip of a coffee pot because coffee cup. Oh God.
Is dogpa automatically a double pancake flip? Is that something we decided last time? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it's right.
Just the point is that it's not equal to a cup.
Right.
But it is equal to a cup.
Right.
And the question is that at what point does it become equal to a cup? Like you reverse all that's not the. You take everything that's not the cup. It's not a cup yet. Then you flip that and you get something.
All right.
And it's the opposite of all that's not a cup. And then at some point that's a cup.
Yeah. We were discussing this.
Okay.
For the last couple of days.
So that's the game. He's playing this game. At what point does it become a cup?
But here he's just saying that it's not a. What's not? The
He said it is.
It
is. He said the opposite of all that's not the cup is
the opposite of all.
Pause. The opposite of all that's not a cup.
Which seems okay.
Can I make
It's not okay if the second one is a cup.
Right.
Can I make any use of te here?
Te. Or is that just supposed to separate the two?
Oh, you could say that maybe.
This opposite of that opposite.
Right.
Which makes it a cup, maybe.
The pancake flip of that cup is not the pancake flip of a cup.
Is the pancake flip? I mean.
Oh, it is. Well, right, but we're gonna say it isn't because it's on the ground.
Right.
Okay, keep going. Don't listen to them.
Bumpe dopa chechen. Bumpe dopa mayim bartal. Bumpa mayim beechir.
Yeah. Bumpa
Because it's a
mayimbe
bumpa.
here. Okay. The opposite of all that's all. The opposite of all that's not a coffee cup is not the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup. Because it's not a coffee cup.
Wow.
Madrupna. Bumpe dokpa churchin. Should I keep going?
Same churchin.
Yeah. Bumpe dokpa churchin. Bumpa mayim bartal. Ngupo mayim beche.
That's a nice one.
Uh-huh.
Bumpa mayimba lopa is not a lupo.
Right.
Yeah,
It can't hold coffee.
right.
Right. He did the same
Yeah,
thing. Like
yeah,
when he
it's
said
art
Barco last
before.
time.
It's
The opposite of all
archetype.
that's not a coffee cup
He dropped
cannot
the
hold
bomb.
coffee.
Well, in this case, isn't it the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup cannot be the opposite of all that's not that coffee cup?
No, he didn't say that.
I mean,
Are you sure?
he's
Yeah.
definitely equivocating here, though, right?
He is equivocating for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
But the point is, at what point do you equivocate? At what point is the all that's not a coffee cup become a coffee cup?
I guess in the.
Is there a pause and then it becomes a coffee cup?
No. That's what he's saying in the chit
That's
chat.
correct. He's right. Keep going.
Madrupna. Bumpe dokpa churchin.
Okay, he disagreed that the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup can't hold coffee.
Madrupna.
Can't function. Am I doing that?
Ngupo mayim bartal.
No, it's not. Doesn't hold coffee
Dokpa yim beche.
because it's unchanging.
Yeah, because it's the archetype.
Yeah, it's an archetype. Yeah, in this school, it's an archetype. It's your mother. It's the first coffee cup your mother pointed to when she taught you coffee cup. Okay, Madruna.
Bumpa churchin. Kyoki dokpa takpa yim bartal.
Yeah, the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup is to something which is unchanging because
Kyoki dokpa yim beche.
because
Yim beche.
that's its dokpa. Because that's the opposite of all that's not it. Which is what's the kava here? Anytime you
Take
Flip
the
something,
take the
it
double pancake
becomes
flip.
the-
It's not the thing.
Yeah.
no,
Becomes
anytime you take a double pancake flip, it's
an archetype. It becomes unchanging.
It's unchanging.
Right.
Well, not any
So that
time,
was
because
what I
one of these
thought we were
times he
doing.
took it to be the coffee
That's what I
cup.
was saying.
Yeah.
that's coming up.
That's where the
Madruna.
equivocation is happening, which is confusing.
Then the other guy said there's no such thing as a double flip of a coffee cup. So this part's easy.
Oh.
Keep going.
Kyoki dokpa yup bartal. Yup bartal?
Yeah, I'll give you half of it.
Kyosh hidro beche.
So what's the kava here in English?
Oh,
It
not a
is.
double.
If something is if something is the double opposite of everything.
Go the other way. Kava.
Something that's not.
Oh, if something is not the opposite of everything that
No,
is
go
that
3, 2. If 3, 2.
Yeah.
If reason, then conclusion.
Something's
so if
something's-
something isn't established as existing,
Good.
then it is not the. It is
It
the
is.
double
Yeah.
pancake flip
No,
of
it's double pancake flip exists.
the double pancake.
Oh,
okay.
it's the cookie. Right.
Kyo, yeah.
Cookie.
I couldn't remember.
An
what the kyo
archetype
was.
of it exists.
Yeah, that's
right.
cool.
It's
Wow.
double pancake.
If
It's-
anything
it's-
that exists has an archetype,
Mhm.
Wow.
has a corresponding archetype. Okay.
Okay.
We're learning things.
no.
We don't
That
like
was
the
it.
proofs, but it's okay. Okay, go.
Kachignare, bumpa mayimba le lokpa na
Uh-oh.
bumpe dokpa yimbe kapsana. Sir boom, son boom,
hang on,
he Oh,
hang
sorry.
on. He changed this word,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I think it's an error.
Lokpa to
I think it's a
dokpa
mistake.
to dokna.
So you'd have to put a note here
And I've
Would that be a
got.
quadruple pancake?
because
I found another scan too. So
it doesn't fit what he says later. Down here he says Mayimbalelo. You see,
The next
Wow.
tell them.
bumpe dokpa.
this is okay because this is here. This is this dokpa.
Oh.
But
Maybe the type.
this is this one. You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So one of them is wrong, and it's got to be this one. Okay. If something is the opposite of everything, which is not a coffee cup,
Mhm.
then it must be
Yeah,
the
so-
double flip of the coffee cup.
Mhm.
I mean, man.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah.
Okay. Then
Oh,
this is an interesting chichen. This is an interesting chichen.
So then some
This is
copper
more.
in there.
This is less BS than the last one. Okay.
Gold costs
Serbum, Sangbum, Nichechen.
Yeah.
It's like gold and copper.
Yeah, take a gold vase, a gold water pitcher, and a copper water pitcher. Those two. Take those two.
Okay.
Are you telling me?
Bumpe Dopa Yimba Ta?
Are you telling me
Yimba Ta.
they are the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup? Okay. Because they are. They are the opposite of everything that's not a coffee cup. Okay.
What? I mean,
Kevin, you said if something is the opposite, that's all that. If something is the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup, it has to be the dopa of the coffee cup.
Yeah.
It has to be the double pancake flip of the coffee cup.
Oh,
He said
You
that.
just got through saying
that's pretty good.
So we're deciding there's a difference between Dokpa and Mayimbalilo.
Yeah.
But I don't understand what the hell it is.
Yeah.
Well, he's found a counterexample,
that. The two
which is
together.
two objects together, according to him. Okay, Madrugna, if you don't agree that it's that a gold pitcher and a copper pitcher are the opposite of all that's not a pitcher. Okay.
Okay.
Then let's take those two.
So
Take the gold pitcher and the copper pitcher. They are two the opposite. This is again mistake.
Lane Dok.
Okay, if it was dopa, we'd have another problem. I'm just gonna put a question mark.
Did you put the scan in the Dropbox, Adam?
Yeah,
I'll pull
it
it up.
should be on the
I'll
other.
check it out now.
He's repeated it, so but let's see.
God, you can't use
Dopa
that.
I'm gonna look at him.
No.
Maybe this is dopa. Let's see. Madrugna, Sabon Saman Yichiche. Take these two water pitchers. They are two the opposite of all that's not a water pitcher because they are water pitchers. He didn't use the plural, but you know, that's your problem.
I mean, is he leaning on the equivocation of the fact that Pumpa can be singular or plural?
Well, not really. Well, it could be, but here's the crux here. Let's take those two kinds of vases, okay? Bumbe dopa mayimba.
Ta?
Good. No, they're not the double pancake flip of vase because they are
Distinctly different.
they are not the opposite of all that is separate from vases.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like dopa is on purpose now. He's done it 3 times.
And again.
It continues.
Makebna Bambachichin. Kyudan Tade means separate from a vase. Separate from a boomba. Okay?
And this isn't the two anymore.
If something is not the opposite of all that is separate from boomba, it cannot be its dopa. It cannot be its double pancake flip. Okay? Because it is the opposite of all that's not something which is separate from it. And well, here's the bottom line here. Madrugna, if you don't agree, Bumpa Chichen. It is to the opposite of all that is separate from it. That's the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything is the opposite of all that's separate from it.
Okay.
Very,
Yeah.
It's very quiet in here.
I can
Is he
see
just
that.
trying to
Yeah,
teach
I
us
don't
this
understand what
fundamental
he's
thing
doing.
about the soundtrack of the school?
What is separate from the coffee cup?
Yeah.
Everything that's
Everything
not.
Everything else. What's the opposite of that?
The coffee cup.
That's all. Okay. And that's true of anything which is dogme.
Without itself.
Well, that includes
Has no self.
Yvonne Ra.
according to you.
So rabbit's horns have cells.
No. If it is a case,
I agree with you.
yeah, you can see it.
That's the thing they pull in the monastery. It's like a classic. That's the
Well,
one thing that's a cheat to
non-existence are also selfless.
Konki makep samla. What's makep samla?
There's no. It's void of the reason above.
Yeah,
Disagreeing with the reason at the above juncture.
Yeah, where you said makep above. Okay, if where you said makep above, you had said instead tamadru. Okay, which are the two possible answers? Right? And say because blah blah blah. Then you can either say I disagree with your reason, or you can say your reason is true, but it doesn't prove what you're trying to prove.
Necessarily. Yeah.
Then Sebum Sambum Michichin, take these two kinds of water pitchers. They are two the opposite of all that is separate from a water pitcher. Okay? They are two the opposite of all that's separate from a water pitcher. Okay?
Yeah.
We're okay there, right?
Yep.
At least Nick's okay.
I'm not saying I understand it all, but I get that.
Because they're separate from a
Yeah.
water pitcher.
I'll nod.
It seems like it's just what you just said, right?
Well, this has got to be.
I still stuck on the difference between a doke and a Mayimbo.
Yeah, me too.
I think he's using them synonymously.
But he's arguing that one is not the other sometimes.
If the way he's using it here, it has to be synonymous with log.
There's got to be a
If
difference.
for this to make sense.
So it's weird that he's definitely equivocating all over the place then.
Yeah,
Maybe.
definitely.
Wait a minute.
So if you take this as low, here, this door, and Bumbatan, so Bumbatan Dantade means what, basically?
Separate
Separate
from
from
the
coffee
cup.
In a simple way, everything that's not the coffee.
Everything that's not
Yeah.
the cup.
Okay. And if you flip that,
Uh-huh.
you
You
get,
get the coffee cup.
Coffee cup.
yeah.
You mean double flip?
Oh,
No, well, you see, as a verb,
min doke is flip.
verb, I think he's using it as flip. As a noun, he's using it as a double flip.
Well, you don't get a thing by flipping it once.
Well, for this to make sense, this has to mean log. Okay, because he said they are not the opposite of all that's separate from a coffee cup, because they are separate from a coffee cup.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh.
So now two coffee cups made of different things are separate from a coffee cup. That's what we're saying.
Oh,
From the
it's
archetype?
two.
I don't think so.
No, they're just a different thing. It's not.
Yeah, he's just
they're
got
different
the
objects.
book. He's got
And
the
the
printed
object
version.
of two coffee cups is whatever they're made
Two
out of.
coffee
is
cups
different.
taken together as an object
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
different from
Right.
The
a coffee
A
cup.
cup.
A
Yeah.
coffee.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all. But that only makes sense if you read this as the verb look. And now, it's okay that he used the verb doke. He used this as a dork. That's okay. But given these three lines, we have to take this as a look, as a verb look.
And given that we've seen mistakes already, maybe the typist is accidentally.
I don't think he's mistakes now. I think he's doing it on purpose.
Oh my
I think
God.
he's also trying to point out that doke as a verb means just to reverse, which is what it does mean. But as a noun in logic, it means a double reverse. A dopa is different from dopa. Okay? Let's keep going. What we did learn here is that, we were reminded that two coffee cups taken together are
Not a coffee cup.
different from a coffee cup, which makes sense. Yeah. Two coffee cups taken together are different from a coffee cup.
Okay, yeah.
And things get messy when you take two things together. In these books,
Yeah.
in these duras,
Right.
things get really messy when you take two things together. Okay, and it happens. Yeah, Gaboni is the most
Oh.
typical one. Okay, please read.
Kachignare, Pumpa Dang Tade, Lendok na Pumpe Dokpa Yimbe Kapsena.
This seems like a kama to me.
Sure does.
If you take this as a verb, okay, lok, okay, which is okay. They can say dok. It's the same thing. Okay, like lokta is
Backwards.
backwards view, flip view. Karma doesn't exist or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so bumbadan tade, de, dokna. If you flip that which is separate from bumpa, from
everything.
bumpa, that is bumpidolpa. That's the dokpa as
Okay.
a noun.
So now he's using the two meanings of
Yeah, but look at his
right next
godforsaken
to each other.
example.
Yeah, first one is a verb and second one is a noun.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
and this is only mean the verb only means a single flip, and the noun means a double flip.
Oh my god.
Right.
Okay.
But if you
so
take the
Dogna.
if you take everything that's separate from a coffee cup
that exists,
and you flip it, isn't it the same thing as the double flip of the coffee cup?
if
It
you
is the same.
take the coffee, everything that's
Well, let's see what his
from the coffee
counterexample is.
cup, well,
I'm
it's
waiting for his
freaking-
counterexample.
You see what it is.
Because it's the
it's
coffee
brutal.
cup versus a coffee
Right.
cup.
Or coffee.
Huh?
Because it's the coffee
Well, he's
cup
going a different way.
versus
Yeah.
He's going a different way.
Yeah.
Ribong, you want to read out
Ribong Rachichen.
which is?
The antlers of a rabbit's antlers.
Yeah, we like that translation. I totally support that translation.
That's
It's
good.
1 out of 1,000.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
I'll trash the other 999. Bumpe Dokpa Yimbata.
Nice.
Good.
Sarcastic statement. Oh, are you saying that's the double flip of a coffee cup? What?
Rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ribong
Are
Ra.
you telling me it's a double flip of a coffee cup? Why do you say that? Because it's the opposite of what is separate from a.
Is it though?
Yeah.
Is it the opposite of what is separate from Boba?
Now, when you say separate from, sorry, when you say separate from, okay,
Yeah.
which we're going to get to later in Gaundel,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
contradiction and relation.
Uh-huh.
For two things to have a relationship,
Yeah.
they must both
Exist.
exist. Okay, there's two kinds of relationships.
Okay.
Causal and identity.
Yeah, causal and identity. One is it takes place a moment before and then a moment after. A seed turns into a tree, and the other is car and
To
shuttle.
be
One
is
is to be the
is
other.
be.
Yeah, okay. Those are only two possible relationships in the universe.
Uh-huh.
But it's an axiom of relationships in Buddhism that both parties must exist.
Uh-huh.
You can't have a relationship with something that doesn't exist.
So Ribong Ra is going to instantly be illegal.
Well, but Tade is different than Koa.
No, but here he suggested that it is Tade from Bumba.
But Tade is.
Yeah, that does
Here-
seem okay in this case because it's not talking about either relationship.
But Tade isn't specifically Gel or Drell. It's something.
It's the opposite of
it's-
everything.
Yeah, but to say something is the opposite of all. To say something is the opposite of that which is separate from Bumba, right?
the opposite of
That
that,
which is separate.
That has to be.
It would seem it would have to exist.
Yeah.
Um.
Or it would have to be.
Well, no. I mean, to be the opposite of Pumbaa, it's fine. Like it's the antlers of a rabbit are definitely not a Pumbaa. So you can say that. Like somehow he's
Oh, that's fine. But can you say it's Tade from Bumba?
well. I mean,
Can you say
He can.
rabbit antlers are separate from coffee cups?
quite.
Yes.
Yes.
They are.
But then they have to exist.
No,
Right.
that turns out to
Because
not be the
separate,
case.
separate means a relationship.
I don't think
I
that's
see what you're
true.
saying.
I see.
But hasn't he already several times in this text used examples that aren't honoring that principle?
And he,
I don't
I
know.
think he clearly doesn't agree with you that it has to exist to be Tade.
Here, by the way, look at this.
Uh-huh.
Let's go down here.
It's
Yeah.
not Tade.
Yeah, take a ribora,
It is not.
take rabbit antlers. It is not the opposite of all that's separate
separate
of all that's separate from a base,
Mm-hmm.
because it is not separate from a base.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't exist.
He doesn't go there.
Well, he hasn't.
Well, that's what he said.
It's not separate. But that's pretty good.
He just said Ribung Ra
Yeah, cool.
is Bumba Dantade Mayan.
Yeah.
Ribung Ra,
It's not separate from a bumba.
Yeah.
okay?
Okay.
So it is a Bumba.
No.
No.
No, but it's also not separate from it. That's okay. All right, he's got it.
Am I true?
Also, it's not a Bumba and it's not different than a Bumba.
Totally.
Right. It
Okay.
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You okay with that?
Sure.
Which is, you know,
Yeah.
It's not a coffee cup and it's not separate from a coffee cup.
Because it
It's not
doesn't
the-
exist.
Because it
Because
doesn't
you can't talk about separate with things that don't exist.
just
They
like
had a
Oh, yeah.
divorce,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
one of them didn't exist.
right. Just like
You
dot.
can't say that. Huh?
Like dot. This is how we try to establish a self and fail.
Okay, here we go. Madumna,
Maduna ribon rachechen.
okay. Bobadantane.
Mayambata.
Yeah, no, it's not separate from a coffee cup because it's.
Bobadantade.
It's the same. It's
Wow.
Nature.
What?
Because it is
Uh,
not separate.
Because it is the same. Because this
I didn't know this for the
It's
last
not
couple
because
days.
it's the same.
it's not because it is not.
Okay, so you ready?
Uh-huh.
Say Tommy Day.
Tommy Day.
It means not inseparate.
Not different.
Enter. What about
That's separate.
mitade?
Mhm.
And then Tade Mayan means.
Tade mayin.
Ta de mayin means
It's
it's
not
not
separate.
different.
Well, we have to distinguish them somehow.
Yeah.
Not different or same. Tommy Day is same. You could, isn't it?
Indistinguishable?
unseparate.
I think you got to use the word separate somehow.
Not
So anyway, Tommy Day means not separate. Means
inseparable.
means the same thing actually.
Yeah, it's
Tommy
same.
Day means the same thing. It's
One
a,
and the same.
Tade Mayan means not separate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ta de mayin is not separate. Tommy Day is same.
Say something like it's not separate because it can't be separate.
Can't be separate. But that.
It's just a translation of
Yeah.
UK.
I don't know. You gotta think about it.
Generally,
Generally, Tommy Day means they are not different things.
Okay.
So maybe
Yeah.
you can say that.
No, they're not.
Say that.
They're not separate because they're not different things.
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
Okay.
If you don't agree that they are not different things,
Mm-hmm. Ribon rachechen.
Chichin,
Uh-huh.
Buddha Bumba Dan Tommy De Ta.
Take the things that are the same as a bumba.
Mende imbata.
Oh.
No.
Oh, I'm
oh,
sorry.
oh,
Bang.
Are we talking about Ripon Ra again?
Yeah.
Ibang.
Bumba Dan Tommy De Ta.
Uh-huh.
Menge
It,
image.
no, here's where it says no, it can't be separate from a coffee cup.
Doesn't exist at all.
Yeah, mepa and menge are a little bit different. Menge means you can guess.
Definitely.
Cannot exist.
Yeah, it cannot
Yeah.
exist rather than
Cannot
doesn't
exist.
exist.
Does not exist. Will never exist.
No, not does not exist.
Yeah.
Cannot
Cannot
exist.
exist.
Yeah, it's definitely mepa. Definitely
Okay.
cannot exist. Okay. Then he says, I agree that Sawa means I agree that the horn of a rabbit is the dokpa of a coffee cup. It is all that's not a coffee cup. It is the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup. I agree.
It's not the opposite.
Okay, no,
Okay, yeah.
you can't agree to that.
Ribon Rachechen, take the horns of a rabbit, the antlers of a rabbit. No, it's not the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup.
Check my
Because it's not the opposite
Same.
of everything that's not the same as a coffee cup.
Okay, so everything is- oh.
So let's take it in
Same
pieces.
with.
And let's take the first piece here.
Is it?
Bumba da
Check
chik means
Mayimba.
everything which is the same
Uh-huh. This is
as
not
a coffee cup.
Mayimba.
Then cancel that. So now we
Mayimba
got
is not one of the same
everything that's not the same as a coffee cup.
Okay.
And then flip
Flip
that,
that. Lemon.
and you've
Mindo,
got the opposite of everything that's not the same as a coffee cup.
which is a coffee cup.
Yeah. My cup, Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Take a coffee cup. Kiki dopa ina. if something is it's dokpa, it's double flip. Okay. If something is the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup, if something is an example of the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup.
So it's an example.
Okay. Then it is the opposite of everything that's not the same as the coffee cup.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
opposite of everything.
It's the opposite.
Yeah, yeah,
everything
yeah.
Everything that's not the same as the coffee cup. Okay. Just different way of saying it.
Yeah.
The Tibetan for crow, one of the Tibetans is pro.
Pro.
Pro. And when Rinpoche heard the word professor, for some reason he got very fascinated by the fact that they sounded like crows. He'd say, there's a professor. It is the opposite of all that's not one with it. It is kya, the opposite of all that's not one with it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Geshe-la, but
That makes
weren't
sense.
we using? Isn't this a noun form of dokpa now?
No, it's a verb
No,
form.
no, it's a verb. It's
Oh.
gotta be a verb.
Okay. Oh right.
Okay.
Mhm.
Madhuna, if you don't agree, take a coffee cup. It is to the
opposite
of all that is not
one
one
and the
with
same
it.
with
Good, one and the same with it. Very good. Because
it
it is the
opposite of all which is not one and the same with it.
Yeah, so here
With
He's
it.
using
He's,
lopa
well,
to
he,
dokpa.
he's using lopa to explain dopa.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to go back and change all my attempted corrections.
Uh,
It's on purpose. Okay.
Mhm.
So I have
I can do that too.
Well,
I keep going.
I feel bad. I want to get it out.
uh-huh.
Okay, so this correction is not correct because he's playing with those two words on purpose.
Right.
Okay, there we go. Oh God, where were we?
I think you only
Is
did
it
it twice.
triple dollar
Did I
sign?
make it?
Yeah, you did.
So smart. Okay. Madhugna, if you don't agree that a coffee cup is the opposite of all that is not one with it, okay? You guys are paying it's
Yeah,
awful
Not great.
quiet.
No,
Oh,
no, I'm frustrated
It's
as hell.
Paying attention.
Okay.
I'm here with you, but I'm not with the text.
Kyodan chicken here. Translate that, somebody.
It is.
All that's one with it.
It's the same with it.
One and the same.
It is one and the same with
One
it.
and the same with it.
It's the same as it is.
It's the same as
It is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Deal with it.
Now, there's a school of thought in the Dura that you cannot say that.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, because that implies some kind of separateness.
So
When you
it
say
ain't what it is. If
when you say A is the same as B, you're saying A is not B.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Trump decided
Two
this,
variables. Yeah.
but then he said but it's the same as what he said yesterday. See what I mean? Then that implies that they're different.
Yeah.
Uh, there's a school of thought in the Dura that this is not a legal statement.
That it's not, or
It's not legal in some thoughts, in some thinkers' Duras, that you can't say a thing is the same as itself.
Sarah May?
Because when you say it's the same, it implies different.
Right. It implies that there are two separate
Things
things.
that have to
Yeah.
be the same.
Yeah,
Unless they
it
are-
There
implies
are
two
two
things.
things.
Yeah.
but
In
doesn't-
words,
When you say they are the same thing,
But unless you're talking that they are.
maybe when you say one and the same,
That's the problem,
Yeah.
right?
in
Yeah.
English,
Yeah.
then they are the same thing.
And he says
Yeah,
that.
there's nothing that's Kyodong Cheek except for
The thing
Kyo,
itself.
or maybe Kyodong Cheek is Kyodong Cheek.
Yeah, so anyway, he apparently thinks there is such a thing. Okay?
oh, 'cause that's
As a thing which is...
Itself.
Which is itself.
He thinks
which is the same.
Kyo is Kyodong Cheek.
He thinks Kiran Cheek is Kyo.
Mhm.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe Kyodong Cheek isn't. Yeah, done cheek because it's not done cheek.
You guys okay? You're very quiet.
It's hard. It's
When you say Joe is the same as Sam,
Right.
it doesn't mean they're the same person. It just means they have a lot of similarities or something, you know.
Mhm.
Okay? But
If you say Joe is one and the same.
We were talking about
With
two
if you
Joe.
say Joe is
discrete
one and the
entities.
same as Sam, we say in English.
Of course.
Then Joe is, what do you call it? Impersonating
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Sam.
maybe the same
And they
person.
really are the
but
same
the names.
person.
Yeah.
So one and the same in English means same person.
Mm-hmm.
The same means he's acting the same or he looks the
same
same,
way.
and they're separate. Okay? That's all.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all.
But if you say Joe is one and the same with Joe in English, you're asked to leave the establishment.
That's a new kind of way to tell. That's the way they call the police.
No more for you.
That's when they cut you off. They're gonna cut us off like
You don't have to go home, buddy.
Maybe
You
they
can't
sell
stay
you
here.
Okay, here we go. Please read.
Kachignare, Ribongrad, de Bumbadan, Chik Mayimba, Dopa Serna.
Let's go slow, okay? I mean,
Okay, Kachignare.
let's take rabbit's antlers. Okay.
Yes. That right.
It is the opposite.
Okay.
All right.
Not.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Of all which is not.
May impalendokpa.
Mayimba.
Yeah.
It's the
But
opposite
we're
of which
we're
is not one and the same with.
Yeah, it's a verb here.
Yeah.
Okay. It is the opposite
Uh-huh.
of everything which is not one and the same as a coffee cup.
Okay,
So
well,
everything is
I'm
not-
not compelled to
okay.
agree with him here, so that's good.
It's okay, right? It's not so bad.
It's okay that that's wrong.
Discrete
Let's
entities,
take rabbit's horns.
yeah. Reorientation.
Wait a minute.
No, they aren't the opposite of all that is not one and the same as a coffee cup. Sorry.
Oh,
No, no.
Uh,
Do you need some? You got some.
Because it's not the opposite of all that's not one and the same as a coffee cup. He's just saying, he changed dope to
So
mo.
interchanging dope to yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
To show that we can interchange them in this context.
I think he's trying to emphasize that the word dok is not, as a verb, is not the same as the noun.
So then in
Okay.
the first one we say,
That's probably the.
someone says a rabbit's antler
Yeah, I would use
reverse.
different words between dok and lok as verbs. I would say the reverse instead of the opposite, or something like that.
Okay.
You have to
Use
choose two
reverse
different
form or
words for
something.
dok and lok.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. And then you can keep that thing going.
Kesha, can you scroll up for just a second, please? I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So he has the min doke, and then that's the same as the
Meaning
mai.
it is dok.
Is
And then the mai
Yeah,
to the equal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did
Thank
you just say
Sorry.
min doke meaning it is doke?
Huh?
Did you just say min doke meaning it is doke?
Well, if you say it as a sarcasm,
Okay, great news.
it means
Okay,
you
yeah,
think
yeah,
it's
yeah.
dok.
For sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
good.
it's not that?
Uh-huh.
Which means you think it is that. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
When you use sarcasm, you believe the opposite.
Right.
Okay, Madurna, if you don't agree, take a. No, it's not the opposite of all. It's not one with a coffee cup. Because it's not one and the same as a coffee cup. If you disagree, take a rabbit's antlers. No, it's not one and the same as a coffee cup. Because
it's a
it,
non-existent.
Doesn't exist.
yeah, we reached the wrong Luke.
Okay.
And you have
Boy.
something to
It's
do
not gonna be
for,
much
you
easier.
have
Boy.
something to do for a few weeks.
This guy's got some explaining to do.
You have to give him a massage like every third day
Oh,
in the next few weeks.
okay.
Because he's going to have a breakdown on this one. Yeah, I got to remind me to do that for me too.
Yeah.
So, you know, usually you feel some relief at reaching Rangnam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he's going to tell you what it is. And you're just passive. You're not thinking. You know, it's just, okay, here's what it really is. And you're like, yo, okay, thank you.
And we're supposed to be able to write this without the words, right?
Yeah, by now,
You're supposed to have understood.
by now you know all the issues.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got him.
No, I mean at this point.
Okay, please read and take a shot at it.
Okay.
Rangi Lugla. Bompa Bompe Ndokpa Shaktu Yere.
I love your prenasals.
Bompa DMB.
You're not gonna get jealous if I tell my love is prenasal.
Bompa DMB. It is too, because it is the same as a coffee cup. So we can posit something which is the
Good.
opposite of.
I like your posits.
Yeah, which is the opposite of all that is a coffee cup.
Yeah, it is possible to posit,
Shot.
Shaktu Yere.
you know, what dokpa means
Mhm.
as of noun. You know, the opposite of all is not something. We could show you an example of it, of all that's not a. We can show you an example of the opposite of all that's not a coffee cup, because
there's
that
something
example
which is
would be
A coffee
a coffee.
Because there's something which is a coffee cup.
Right. Although he says that coffee cup.
De.
No, it's
Example of
not.
that.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, an
Something we can
example of
point
that.
to and say that coffee
It's
cup.
not bumpa de imbicha.
Because that would be.
It's bumpa de imbicha.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
that example. Yeah.
Yeah,
Be
okay.
careful.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Now this is nasty.
Look at
Okay.
all those
You got a nasty book. It never lets up your book.
Cool.
Uh,
Very cool.
That's all you can say. Cool.
Like-
That's all right.
bumpa dopa.
Bompe Dong.
Dopa meaning the opposite
Uh-huh.
of all that's not a
Coffee
coffee cup.
cup.
Okay.
And.
Quick, and then you have to say the second part quick.
The two, this is things that are one and the same. Or
Yeah,
one and the same
good.
with
Yeah, all
coffee
things
cup.
which are one and the same as coffee
Yeah.
cup.
Obedopa.
Things which are
Done.
one and the same. Things
The
which
two.
are
The
and
two
things which are
are equal size.
one and the same as coffee cup.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yin kam nyam.
Equal.
One size.
Equal
Equivalent.
size.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cover the same things.
So that first one is double flip.
Yeah,
And
the
yeah,
opposite
so
of all
just
that's not a coffee cup,
Yeah.
and everything that's one and the same as coffee cup are equal
Equal
size.
size.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, okay.
She
And just
does
for my
not
own
cute,
thinking,
cute.
are those two dakpa?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, dokpa's definitely takpa, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The opposite of all
Figured
is
that out.
not a coffee cup.
Which means
But
bumpa
Bumpa
tang
Tang
chik.
Chik.
Because
Yeah, I
it's
don't
know.
yup nam.
Yeah, it
Well,
seems.
yeah,
I
has
think
to
you
be.
could say
Yeah.
that.
Has to
Everything
I like
except
the way, yeah.
Boba is
You pointed that
Takpa.
out.
Everything that's one with everything that's one and the same as bumpa. What he's pointing out is that when you say everything that's one and the same as bumpa, now you're thinking of those as a mental archetype.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Okay.
Which is
Which
a,
ain't a bumpa.
no, that's a cool
Uh-huh.
distinction though. I like that.
Okay, yin kem nyami.
Equal
Oh,
size.
yeah.
Now here's a nice little what do you call
But
it?
it's not one and the same as
Axiom.
bumpa.
Here's an
Schematic,
axiom.
Yeah. Mhm.
Here's a general rule.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, shiduna.
Shiduna, kyo,
If something
They
is a
exist.
If something
Distinct thing.
exists,
Mhm.
it is always the
Opposite of all.
double
opposite
flip.
of all, then it's not.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No.
Which seems to contradict
A bit.
Then
Because like
everything
it
is
says of
bumpa.
it.
in an unchanging way.
Okay,
Kappa-dan.
and we can also say that
Shiduna.
shiduna, if something exists,
Kyo-dan.
then it is always
One and the same.
one and the
itself.
same with itself.
Okay.
Boy.
I thought.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he made the distinction right after that first line of saying if it exists. Yeah.
Yeah.
But bumpa is not
Mhm.
bumpa tang chik because it's.
Depends on
One
how
of
you
them's
take
Takpa, the other one's
is.
Takpa.
Yeah.
What?
Is
Well,
is
listen.
referring to a non.
Yeah,
What's the
yeah,
meaning
like
of
Bumpa
Tried
the
that
was
once.
right. There could be different
congressional hearing about that?
Depends on the meaning of the
It
is.
is. That depends on what.
Depends on what is.
Maduna, if you don't agree, it is too the case that
Kyo-dan chick.
if something exists, then it is one and the same as it. Okay. If
Mhm.
something exists, then it is one and the same as it,
Mhm.
Yeah.
because
If something
Can you say itself?
exists. It's not.
You can
It's
say that.
separate
Itself.
from
yeah, you can say that.
itself.
Because if something exists,
Mhm.
it's always the case that it
Then
is
it's
not
distinctly
something
different.
which is separate,
Separate
from
from-
itself.
Okay.
Okay.
You would think.
Just distinct.
Yeah.
Now we finished a major section. We finished Dopa.
Mhm.
Okay. We finished one of the topics of the
Worksheet.
Dura.
One and the same essence.
What was the name of this topic again?
That's a good question.
Can we,
Isolate?
can
What
we
was
keep
it
going a
called?
little bit? Oh.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna keep going. But what was the name of this section?
This one I had as isolates, but I didn't come up with another name for it.
Opposites?
Yeah, I guess it's time to
Opposites of the opposite?
Oh, well, let's just
take a break.
Can we do it just a little more to get to this next section?
Yeah, it's called Dopangunzen. So the last topic was called Dopangunzen, which is the identification of dopas.
Oh, that's what it was
I
called.
can't
Yeah.
think of a good word for that.
Identifying
Double flips.
double pancake flips. Every time I say that, I get hungry. So we're just gonna, as it's good luck. It's considered good luck to just do the first few lines of the next subject.
Cool.
Get me started.
Okay. In Buddhism, you don't like to stop at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Priming the pump for Adam.
Thank you. Pulling rip.
Okay, please read.
Chikdantare ki namshak shepala. So
Here's the presentation.
the presentation of things that are one and the same with, or distinctly different from being one
No,
and the
it's
same.
it's different.
One and
Yeah.
separate.
Here's the
Chikdantare.
presentation of what it means to be
Separate or
Separate.
chik or tade.
One or separate.
Yeah. Here's a new topic called one and separate.
Very cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same and separate.
Alright,
You
yeah.
could translate it same and
That's
separate.
cool.
Same and separate.
Kachignare. Mo chit yuna chit yimbe kyapsena.
Yeah, and I'll give this one to you for free.
Thank you. Same essence.
Yeah, never ever say same essence.
Check. We'll never
What did
ever
we
again
say?
say essence.
Between car and Chevrolet.
Oh, it seems.
To be is to be.
To be one is to be the
Yeah,
other.
to be one is
That's more cheap, okay? To be
Just
one is to be
mutually
the other.
inclusive. Or
Yeah.
just for my own.
Now the nickname is one essence, but I object to calling it that.
Okay. I'll
It
find
means
something
we don't say in English Chevrolets are one essence with cars, something like that. You
else.
see,
Okay. Yeah.
what we say and,
Yeah, yeah.
and what I want you to learn to translate is say something normal. It's already weird. It's already
Yeah.
earth shaking.
I wouldn't translate it that way.
Yeah,
but
I know.
It makes
So
sense
let's
to
get
me
in the
when I
habit.
say it. Yeah.
And for this translating this phrase, you just have to slow down and say a whole clause. Okay, you have to slow down and make it a whole sentence. Okay, if something is such that to be it is to be something else.
Okay.
Okay, then it is the same as that.
Okay.
It is one and the same as that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if something, if the nature of something is such that to be it is automatically to be something else, then it must be one and the same with that other thing.
Right. If to be one thing is to be the other, then it is
And it's
that thing.
wrong. The statement is wrong. Why?
Because Kachik said it.
Because Chevrolets and cars are not equal sets.
Yeah,
See what I mean?
Yeah.
If the sets are equal, it's true. But if
But
it's
they're
a
not yin
subset,
yang.
Yeah.
Right.
it's not true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's like saying all
It goes
fruits are
one way, but
apples.
it doesn't go the other way.
Yeah. So it's not true to say that just because to be one is to be the other. One is always the
To
other.
be an apple is to be a fruit.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that's not.
To be a fruit is to be an apple.
Chevrolets is not cars.
Okay.
Although Chevrolets are always cars.
To be a drink is to be a coffee.
Got it?
Okay.
Seiji got it.
Yeah.
Faithfully.
Sashi Pugi Junshin Meto Cham Rira Lingshi Ningde Gyambadi Sangye Shingdu Mikte Uwargi Jokun Namda Shingla Jupar Shok Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami Gewadi Geokun Sunam Yeshe Zozo Shing Sunam Yeshe Le Jungwei Damba Kunyi Topa Shok